And I believe that when you think of the word trafficking, especially when you think about now, I think for sure he trafficked Rihanna because she was a minor.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just a real life street Starz. You know what time it is.
JayZ's charges, accused lawsuit has been dropped.
Correct.
Yeah. So what is your thoughts on that?
I'm seeing both sides of that. Like, I saw that she came out and she said that 2 bodyguards showed up, right? And that she felt intimidated and under duress. So I really don't know what's going on with that. And to be honest, I'm really surprised that nobody has came out more to speak. I thought that would open up the floodgates of of victims of JayZ, and it didn't. So I have no idea. Like, I've talked a lot of shit about Jay. I think he's a foul person. I know how he was with Rihanna. I was involved. I know how he was with other situations. I'm just really surprised that nobody else has came forward like they have Diddy about JayZ. And maybe that's the way JayZ has came at this thing so strong. Maybe they haven't, maybe people are scared to come out, but it's just shocking to me because I do feel like JayZ is very guilty because he's so close to Diddy, right? They're like,
Right. Everybody else around Diddy is like terrible people. It's very weird. So
right. And they're like, homies, like from the day, like best friends. And when the lawyer came out and said, "Oh, they're not close," it's like, what? What do you come on, man? You know? So I thought that was weird. I'm excited for the trial to start. So I'm doing a lot of cool things about the Diddy situation with the trial, but some other stuff that I'm doing that once again have like confidentiality agreements and all this other stuff.
do you
Since
think the trial is going to be televised?
they said it's not going to be televised. I wish it was televised,
Right.
but they'll have it out. Obviously they'll always be outside the courthouse and stuff like that. But I mean, listen, he's guilty. Like, even if he's not, I mean, just everything that's came out, the pressure is going to be on the jury so hard. Like, is he going to really even have a fair trial? Right.
Right. Right.
So I don't know. Listen, he's a scumbag, no doubt about it. Right. But I mean, I don't know. I would hate to be in Brooklyn like he's in right now in jail, knowing that he's probably never going to get out of jail for the rest of his life.
Right. Right. How do you think this affects the industry now? With JayZ and Diddy and all this stuff, like just getting with the laws and all these sexual assault things. How do you think this affects the industry?
I think it's a positive effect because there's change, right? Diddy's gone, and if JayZ never goes through what Diddy's went through as far as like some kind of justice, that at least like he's on the hot seat, right? Like, and when it goes to trial with Diddy, obviously JayZ will be brought up a lot. They'll probably ask him to come testify, which will be crazy. So I think that right now the music industry is in such a better place than it ever was. We're going to be seeing it's going to be a lot cleaner. I think it's going to be a lot more positive. You're not going to have these, dirt bags like taking advantage of people. And like it's been, for like the last 20 years, I think it's going to be a much better place, the music industry. Like, change is happening, like Sam Cooke said, a change is going to come. It's here. And I'm glad that they're kicked out. Like, nobody cares about JayZ like that anymore. I mean, the media does, we all do, because we grew up on him, but people would rather, hear other rappers than JayZ. His time is up.
Right. Right. Is there anybody else that we like should be looking out for? Like that we think they're all good, it's all smiles, everything's good, but they holding these dark secrets is there anybody else that in the
Well,
industry?
I mean, Johnny Depp, right?
Right.
Jack Harlow, right? Diddy's lover for a certain amount of time, right? If you're gonna throw in Drewski, throw in Jack Harlow as well. But I don't know, man. Like it's so like we all knew we all knew that was coming. Jaguar talked about it on your channel for years, like right? Like 2 years before it happened.
Right. Yeah. She knew it was coming.
She knew it was coming, right? So that's what I'm saying. I think with Diddy and with JayZ, like we kind of knew that was happening. I don't really know like who's left to be exposed, but there's no way that it was just them. I think it's an infrastructure of power, right? And I think like above like the Diddy's are people like the Johnny Depps and people in that upper, part of the food chain, So
What about like, so there's no heat on Beyonce no more. Like they don't talk about Beyonce since, so last interview you mentioned like there was a lot of stuff with JayZ and Beyonce. Is there any other things about Beyonce that's hidden?
well, just the freaky stuff, right? And like since I did the interview, like, Ray J's people reached out to me and stuff, and that they were like wanted to talk, and I was like down to talk, and then they like blew it off because they felt like they would, being recorded or whatever. But I mean, look, they're all just, it's not a crime, right? To be as sexual as they are and to share your wife and share your husband and do all that, weird shit, right? But, Beyonce, she's a freak, JayZ likes to watch. So I still stand on that, right? So nothing's changed there. Does that mean he's guilty of committing crimes and human trafficking and sex trafficking? I have no idea. And I believe that when you think of the word trafficking, especially when you think about now, I think for sure he trafficked Rihanna because she was a minor, right? I don't know how you
Right.
could say that wasn't, trafficking. He was sexualizing her. Her music was sexualized. So to me, that was, I mean, that's trafficking all the way. Right. So, and then when I started to see her and Jason Lee so close, and Jason Lee, speak out about, JayZ and Beyonce. And, I was shocked about that. And I was like, oh shit, Rihanna's about to come forward. Jason Lee and Rihanna are so close. And then you see Rihanna, with Blue Ivy. So it's like, man, what's going on? I don't know. I just wish it would come down, right? I think it needs to be more pressure. We put more pressure on the industry and it's going to collapse. And I think that's what we need to do. And, all the whistleblowers out there, keep putting pressure, keep hitting, and eventually, it's like the tipping point. Keep pulling little rocks out, keep pulling little pebbles out, and eventually the mountain of rocks is going to collapse, right? So we just got to keep hitting. We can't let go. So I think maybe people are frustrated that JayZ hasn't suffered any consequences like they thought, but we got to keep hitting. We got to keep speaking up. We can't worry about lawsuits, they're going to happen, but the truth is eventually going to come out.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move. Hey.